In collaboration with NPCI, companies are now collaborating. They're making it easier for consumers to adopt the platform.
Right.
With Bharat Pay, what are you doing which is helping this process?
Sure.
And what is the potential you see in UPI? Do you feel that the education for UPI isn't sufficient, or do you feel an influx of a fantastic number of volumes being onboarded?
So, see, on UPI, you have to understand what's happening is a lot of effort has gone on the consumer side, right? So, even if you look at the companies, there are more than 140 apps which allow a consumer to pay using UPI, right? But if you actually look on the merchant side, there is hardly a couple of them, right? So, you'll have mostly Paytm out there, and in some places you would see a phone pay, right?
Right.
So my point is that UPI acceptance is not going to happen automatically at a merchant, right? Someone has to do it.
Right.
The thing is that the battle on the consumer side is so intense that everybody has been drawn into it.
Correct.
And that's where I saw the opportunity, right? Saying that if the UPI network is going to get built out, someone will have to build it out, and why not me, right? And that's how we sort of are building it. We're simply on the merchant side. We don't do anything on the consumer.
Perfect.
On our QR code, you can only get money in, so you don't have to worry about any payments happening by mistake or anything, right? And we're making it simple for the merchant, saying just put one QR code, and you can accept Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, or any other new app that comes on UPI tomorrow.
I see. There was a discussion about taking the middleman out and removing the money, that extra percentage that the merchants have to
Right.
pay. Tell me, how are you facilitating that, and how are you looking to communicate to the merchant that I'm not going to take that extra percentage, your margin is your margin?
No, so communication is pretty easy, right? See, they do 10 transactions. The full money comes into the bank account. That's it. That's the best communication that can happen, right? So you have to basically build your credibility by doing what you say you're doing. I think as Indians, we generally are not wired to pay for services, right? We will pay for a product, we will pay interest on capital, but services is something which pinches us, right? And that is as much true for a merchant as it is for an individual, right? So what I'm saying is that, of course, as a business you have to make money, right? And as a network, if you're going to give payments free, right, two things have to happen. A, the government has to support to make sure the cost of that payment is free to us, or almost near zero, right? So there's not a huge cost that we have to bear.
Fair enough.
And the other thing is, I have to sort of start selling them other things. For example, can I give them smart loans, right? Can I help them source products smartly and build in my margin there, right? So that is how, as a business, we are thinking about it.
Right.
Saying if someone simply wants to just use my service for payments, then he should not be paying.
Right.
If he wants to use it me for other things, of course, then again, there is a margin built into that.
Do you think your model is sustainable?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you'll be surprised. I have only spent $3 million. I'm sitting on an annualized volume of $325 million, right? I've been a CFO before. I haven't seen an internet business produce that kind of capital efficiency. So yeah, if mine isn't sustainable, none is.